Are you sick of trying all the self-help tips that don't work but still feel stuck? What if doing one simple thing with full attention was the key to changing your life instead of doing more? Based on the story of the famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi, this video shows you the #1 self-improvement hack that really works. Step 1. 5-minute rule. The 5-minute rule is a method for getting people to act right away when they have too many things to do. To break down the mental wall between progress and the goal, it suggests starting with a small, focused effort. The rule tells people to start with a small, focused effort instead of waiting for inspiration to hit. This way of thinking fits with Musashi's warrior way of thinking. He trained sword skills every day, no matter where he was or what the weather was like. Using the 5-minute rule can help people get going and start to do more things, like reading more books, moving around more, and cleaning up their space. The rule doesn't say to do less, it says to start, because that's how you get to doing more. Millions of small, focused efforts by people like Musashi led to the success of the 5-minute rule. Both of them won by making thousands of small, focused efforts. Step 2. Copy-paste success. Copy-paste success is a strategy that says the fastest way to grow is not to figure everything out on your own, but to see what works and do it yourself. This method isn't about cheating, it's about watching what other people do and doing it yourself. You can watch other people and do what works for you if you want to be fit, focused, or sure of yourself. This method is not just copying, it is smart modeling that helps you become better over time. Musashi's way of getting better is to watch his opponents, copy their successful moves, and then make them better in his own method. You can learn from books, teachers, YouTube, or podcasts instead of just copying what other people do. You can apply this knowledge step by step by looking at their systems, habits, and ways of thinking. This will make the learning process more effective and efficient. To sum up, copy-paste success is not about copying just to copy. Instead, it's about learning faster by building on the work of others. You can become a master in your own way by learning from others in a humble way. This shows that the way to become a master is to learn from others in a humble way before making your own way. Step 3. Delete toxic apps. Musashi thought that anything that made it hard to think clearly was bad. It was written, "Do not let selfish thoughts cloud your mind. Do not look for pleasure just for the sake of it." Now ask yourself, what are most apps today made to do? They take your time, take over your feelings, take away your focus. They give you almost nothing in return. A short burst of dopamine, the paper that compares things. You'll be too tired to think about your real goals. Your phone is like a war in your mind. Musashi said to keep your sword clean and sharp every day as if your enemy lived in it. Today, though, the enemy often lives in your apps, while we stay away from them. We open them over and over, not thinking, without hope. What if you took them off, though? Yes, I did not just turn off alerts. Got rid of them. In an instant, your mind would start to breathe again. You wouldn't compare yourself to filtered beauty. You would no longer be controlled by pings and likes. You'd get back your attention, which is the most important thing you have. Musashi trained by himself for many years. He went out into the wild. He faced real battles without any other things going on. That's how he got very focused, clear, and in control of himself. You don't have to move to the woods anymore. You do need to get rid of the computer noise, though. Start out small. Choose one app that makes you feel bad, like one that wastes time or makes you anxious, and delete it for 7 days. Write down how you feel. Keep track of what you do. Most likely, you'll feel calmer, clearer, and in charge. Getting better at yourself doesn't always mean adding something new. It's sometimes necessary to get rid of what's stopping you. It is hard to understand the universe if you only study one planet, Musashi said. When your phone is your whole world, you miss the bigger fight. And get rid of the distractions. Get your time back. And make your inner sword sharp. Step 4. 2-minute smile trick. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Fake it until you make it"? That thought is taken and given scientific and psychological weight in the 2-minute smile trick. You take 2 minutes to smile on purpose every day, even when you're feeling stressed, nervous, or overwhelmed. Even if it seems forced. Even if you don't mean it. Stand in front of the mirror. Raise your cheeks. Make a face. Do not let go for 2 full minutes. At first, you might feel silly. But don't give up. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real smile and a fake one. Dopamine, adrenaline, and serotonin are chemicals that your body releases when you smile, even if you are trying to fake it. These are chemicals in your body that make you feel good. They make you feel better almost right away, slow your heart rate, and reduce stress. Do you know that all it would take to change your mood is to smile for 2 minutes? Even though Miyamoto Musashi didn't smile at himself in the mirror, he learned the same thing. Take care of yourself first before you face the outside world. You must understand that there is more than one way to reach the top of the mountain, Musashi wrote. One of these strange routes is the 2-minute smile trick. It's not flashy. It's not hard. But the way you show up changes everything. You can break the loop of bad thoughts when you start your day with a smile, even if it's a fake one. Your nerve system gets a message that says, I will be safe. I'm in charge. I'm ready. This turns into a habit over time. You change the way your brain works so that you choose peace over chaos, thankfulness over worry, and energy over exhaustion. Musashi thought that the mind was the first place where a battle was won. And a silent edge is gained when you smile before the fight, the meeting, the challenge, or the stressful situation. A calm that no one else can get rid of. Being fake isn't the point. It has to do with using your body to get into your mind. When everything around you is trying to make you feel stressed, smiling is a way to rebel. Something quiet, I own my feelings. I make my own decisions. Don't wait for a reason to smile the next time life feels bad. Take one for yourself. For 2 minutes. One smile. Whole shift. Like a warrior getting ready for battle. Centered, calm, and ready to win. Step 5. Ask dumb questions. Most people don't say anything because they don't want to look stupid. They smile and nod their heads in conversations and act like they understand things they don't. But because they don't want to look stupid. You might be stuck because you're afraid to ask the question you really want to. Ask dumb questions is one of the best and most underrated ways to improve yourself. It does take courage. It also helps people get clear, feel confident, and grow faster than almost anything else. Being cocky was what Miyamoto Musashi thought was the enemy, not knowing something. He stresses how important it is to keep learning and really understand things. Musashi thought that asking questions wasn't a sign of being weak. It meant that a warrior was sharpening his sword. What he wrote, if you know the way in a broad sense, you will see it everywhere. But how do you learn the whole way? By talking when others don't say anything. Just think about how many chances you've lost because you didn't ask. How many skills did you take longer to learn because you were afraid to talk about them? A lot of people act like they know. Well, so? The warriors ask. When you ask what other people think are dumb questions, you show that you care more about understanding than your own ego. When you are humble in front of the truth, it helps you grow. What other people thought didn't bother Musashi. He went his own way. He trained to be a good swordsman by using wooden sticks instead of real swords. He lost, but he looked stupid. Over and over. It's not just about getting answers when you ask stupid questions. You can train your mind to be open, humble, and fearless. Imagine that everyone in the room is lost and no one says anything. Let's say you ask the question that no one else will. What takes place? You become the spark. The brave one. The person who gets it. That's being a leader. Now that's mastery. So raise your hand the next time you're not sure what to do. Do what you're afraid to do. Because smart people lie. But smart people do. If you want to be a master, Musashi would tell you, be brave enough to not know. Grow. It's not a silly question. It's the smartest thing you'll ever do. Step 6. High-five yourself. At first, this step may seem pointless. This could make you think, high-five myself? What does that have to do with getting better at yourself? But let's find out more. Just what do you mean when you high-five someone? It means, keep going, you did great, or, I'm proud of you. You're recognizing hard work, enjoying a win, or giving someone support. It's easy to do that for other people, but it's hard for us to do it for ourselves. That's the reason this works. That's because you're giving your brain the praise and approval it needs without getting it from other people. You're not waiting for other people to like you anymore. It's much more powerful to build support inside yourself. Musashi believed in being strong on your own and building your power from within. He said, "Respect yourself, and other people will respect you." This step is a new way of looking at that old knowledge. Giving yourself a high five in the mirror is a sign. Every day, I do something that tells me I'm on my path. Today I showed up. I'm important. You're not just looking at yourself in the mirror, you're giving your eyes what they deserve. That changes how you see yourself over time. You feel more sure of yourself as time goes on. Your speech starts to sound better. You start to expect more from each day, not because you feel obligated to, but because you want to. It's also backed by science. Psychological research has shown that self-affirming actions like smiling or giving yourself a high five can make you feel better, boost your drive, and lower your self-criticism. Even if the action is from you, your brain connects it with support and happiness. This works really well in the morning, because the hours that start your day determine how the rest of it will go. You will carry around worry, stress, or negativity if you start with them. But if you start with something small, like a high five, it changes the way things are going. Musashi knew how important rituals were. He worked out more than once in a while. He trained every day as if it were holy. He respected the way to get better, not just in fight, but also in the little things that you do every day. That's what this step is for. It's not important to be ideal. It's about recognizing success, encouraging discipline, and picking faith over doubt. So check yourself out in the mirror tomorrow morning. Not an excuse. Put your hand up. Give a high five to the person who wants to grow. Because you're not just getting better at that time, you're becoming impossible to stop.